Hi, I'd like to greet everybody out there from Crossroads Christian Fellowship and all of our friends who are also involved in listening to the live feed. To let the members of our church know, the elders met last night, and after a season of prayer in which we feel like that's the most important thing that we do, after a season of prayer, we just went around to try to talk about the state of the church. And all the elders were able to talk about their care groups and how people are doing. And I'd just like to report to you that the state of the church is really well. It's going well. People are trusting God. They're feeling safe in Christ. And they're hopeful and courageous and joyful. And it's been really good. I'd like to say to those of you who are calling the elderly, they really appreciate it. Like they'll give me names of people and they'll say, hey, so-and-so's been calling me. And tying together the generations in our church through this time has really been a blessing. And I want to really kind of commend also our elders and deacons. The amount of hours and the way they've scrambled with really uncertain times and the dedication that they've shown has just been immense. And I'm so thankful to them. I really, really am thankful to them and to all others who are helping out. I'd like to just fill you in on some of the decisions that the elders made. We met last night, met for a couple hours, and hopefully I'll be able in time to give you some more information about what we talked about. But the important stuff right now is this. We will be live streaming the service again this week, and we're going to go week to week to week as we make these decisions. This is an unfolding crisis, and we don't know what it's going to do. And so next Monday night, the elders will meet, and we're going to continue to meet in this unfolding crisis. Secondly, you'll notice on the website that there's a new tab where you can send in prayer requests. We'd like to really encourage you to do that. We're going to take these in. We'll share them at the live feed so that people will know and how we can pray for one another. And while we're at the topic of prayer, and this is what I want to conclude with today, is, dear friends, we really need to be praying about this crisis. We have wonderful healthcare people who are working so hard and dedicating their lives. We have a government that is really trying hard to do what they can to stop this thing. But it's also very evident that we cannot stop this virus on our own. That we can hide from it. We can try to medicate symptoms. We can social distance. But we really need God to deliver us. We really need God to stop this. And time again in the scriptures talk about how even during times of plague and famine, if the people would call out to the Lord, that he will bless and he will answer. And so, dear friends, we're asking you to pray. We are asking you to pray, and we want to give you a specific idea. And this actually originated with Pete Keeley, and Pete and Joyce have begun doing this. At 6:30 every evening, Pete and Joyce, and they've recruited some others, get together for a few moments and they pray. They pray about the virus. They pray for God's deliverance. They pray for people. And when the elders, we heard about that, we thought that was such a great idea that we would like to encourage all of you to join as well. Jan and I and Steve and Seth and Becca and John prayed tonight and cried out. And I was really touched by Becca's prayer tonight. Because one of the things that she prayed for is that there are people that are dying from this, and they're dying alone. Many of them can't have families around them. They're dying alone. And Becca was pouring out her heart. And then Seth was praying for those who are dying that they may not know Christ, that they would come to know him during that time. But we need to pray that God would be pleased to stop the virus and deliver us. And so wouldn't it be wonderful if others joined in this? And I know our household is going to do it. We're committed. 6:30, we're going to gather together, knowing Joyce and Pete are gathering and praying and others and that. And so just really want to encourage you. And finally, dear friends, trust God. God's in control of this. Trust him. He's good. He's our God. And be brave and be joyful and give thanks and know that all things are going to work together for good. God bless you, and stay in touch with the website because we'd like to give you some more information as well in the days ahead. God bless.